Oh, Jesus. Today we're checking out Hamblen and Gorham at the suggestion of a commenter named Greg. And at the risk of spoiling the surprise, that was a damn good suggestion, but we'll get to that. The entrance to these trails is a little awkward since you're riding through this suburban neighborhood, but it's not too long until you get to the connector trail that takes you into the woods and towards the good stuff. I started off with this short green trail called Alex the Badger. It's pretty fun, and after 900 feet it dumps you out onto Pasture Loop, a green loop trail that links with a couple trails you'll definitely want to ride. So let's jump right into one of those, Wildmen, a trail that comes with its own story. About 1788, there was a general belief in Gorham that certain strange men were wandering around this town, Scarborough and Westbrook. They were called Wildmen. Between the months of July and October, it's asserted, they were seen in the fields and the woods, human beings ragged, having long, shaggy hair and beards, picking berries, green corn, and peas. Upon discovering any other person, they would run away. Sometimes they were seen going out of barns early in the morning. Cows were frequently found to have been milked during the night in yards. Miss Webb, rising very early one morning, said she saw one of the wild men going out of her father's yard and one of the cows had been milked. Wow, this is crazy. Wildmen itself is a solid mile of really well-built single track. Like all of the trails here, it's cross-country and there's plenty of pedaling to be done, but it takes advantage of the downhills when it comes across them with berms, rollers, and occasionally something a bit more spicy. A skinny. Violating my company policy on skinnies here, but this one's not too elevated. Oh yeah, easy peasy. What the f***? What is... Oh. So what is the idea even here? Just up here. So now I understand. I was thinking this was like a, onboard and then you ride this way, super skinny, and then try to like jump off onto that. I don't know, it seemed kind of suicidal. I definitely was not going to do that, but clearly that's not what's intended anyway, which is good. Little bridge though. Most of Wildmen is more like this though. Swoopy single track that you can really build up some speed on if that's what you want. There's plenty more to Wildmen, but let's move on to a trail called Remembrance. This is tighter, swoopier single track, some of it right along the edge of a pretty steep drop-off. Little climb. There we go. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. To get back, you can take a trail called Buttercup, which sports a pretty unique feature. This car hood roll, which has got to be the loudest thing in the woods. Hey there, bud. But let's jump right to my favorite trail out here, 1783. One thing I like about this trail is that it has a great mix of bermed and flatter turns in both directions, which makes it a pretty great trail for cornering practice. Rock garden. I also love that it has a bunch of optional features, including drops, almost all of which are also rollable, although I'd recommend scouting them first. Some of them I didn't do too well with. Oh, Jesus. Jeez. Others... That was better. That was much better. Yes. Oh, that was good. Woo. And others... chickened out. Oh well. Two of them ain't bad. That's a terrible corner. A little better. Still not very good, but a little better than I did it last time. This is one of those trails that's fun to ride blind, but I think it'd be even more fun if you knew it really well. It's even pretty fun in reverse, where it has this optional rocky roll feature. That doesn't look bad. You just roll right down. Why does that look so scary from down there? It's so interesting sometimes how different things look. From the bottom, the top, the side, and then of course the GoPro is like a whole other thing again, but Oh, tires might be a little low pressure, kind of bounced in there. That's all right. It was fine. And this is really only a taste of what Hamblen has to offer. I assume it's been GP Nemba who's working out here, and they're doing a killer job. If you're going to come check it out, do be aware that the parking that's closest to Hamblen on Trail Forks is very limited. But there are trails that link it to Tannery